Children of light, children of shadow. Trey knows Allegory Chronicles. Rehab had once been a world of brilliance. Crystal cities gleaming beneath silver skies, rivers flowing with mineral light, and towers that hummed with the living power drawn from the planet's radiant core. The Anunnaki, tall and white as living marble, walked its luminous plains as though they owned the breath of the world itself. But ownership was not enough. In the hearts of many, pride now whispered treason. They grew restless under the Father's decree that no created being, no matter how brilliant, was permitted to rule the heavens. It was spoken that authority belonged to the Source alone, and the celestial realms were not theirs to seize. To the ambitious, this decree felt like a cage. Whispers spread. Why should beings of such brilliance bow? Why should lesser worlds exist while they were denied dominion? Why should the Father alone command the heavens? The seeds of rebellion sank deep into ancient hearts, and so began the great folly. The Anunnaki, once keepers of first knowledge, turned their intellect toward forbidden technologies in laboratories carved out of meteor walls and crystal caverns. They forged destruction engines, weapons designed not merely to defend Rehab, but to bend the heavens to their will. These engines were monstrous things, humming with dark radiance, pulsing like metal hearts, drawing power from the silver essence of the planet itself. Each test tore small wounds in the air. Each blast shook mountains and rerouted the winds. Each activation dimmed the sky a little more. The elders pleaded for restraint. The proud demanded conquest, and rebellion took root. The first great act of defiance came when the high circle of rebels aimed the largest weapon, the celestial spear, toward the upper atmosphere. Its purpose was treacherous, to tear open a path into the Father's high realms, a corridor of their own making, a self-forged throne path. It is our destiny, declared Keelan of the Storm Voice. We ascend tonight, Rehab rises, to rule the heavens. But the weapon was never meant to be wielded. When they fired the celestial spear into the heavens, the sky ignited. A pillar of silver fire surged upward, cracking the firmament like shattered glass. Shock waves tore through the clouds. Light-bent gravity screamed. The atmosphere rippled as if torn by an invisible blade. And deep beneath their feet, the planet's core answered with rage. A quake unlike any before split the capital city. In two crystal towers exploded into glittering shrapnel bridges, collapsed in avalanches of light. Rivers boiled into vapor. The core, violated, drained, and destabilized, screamed in a voice that rattled the bones of every living being. The ground convulsed. The sky warped. The oceans rose and twisted like serpents of water and steam. Rehab was dying, not slowly, but with catastrophic acceleration. The rebel Anunnaki attempted to stabilize the planet by unleashing their other weapons, desperate to redirect the core's fury. But each weapon only made the destruction deeper, the fractures wider, the sky darker. What they built for conquest became tools of annihilation. In the final hours, even the generals of the rebellion panicked. Dimensional engines, experimental gateways meant to bridge worlds, were activated in frantic desperation. Energy surged uncontrollably through them, warping the fabric of reality. Instead of opening a path to salvation, the engines tore open a realm feared even in myth. The Phantom Zone. A prison dimension. A void without substance. A realm where time loops and sanity frays. As Rehab tore itself apart, as mountains lifted into the atmosphere and oceans turned to storms of boiling mist, the surviving Anunnaki hurled themselves toward the unstable gateway. Behind them, the world they betrayed collapsed. Rehab burst into a supernova of silver fire, a wounded heart exploding into the endless dark. Its fragments drifted into the void like dust from a shattered star. And the rebels fleeing their own destruction tumbled into the phantom zone, captives of their own ambition, exiles of their own rebellion. Rehab, the shining world of their birth, was no more.